made a lot of money out of your music?
Money? I mean, how much is a lot of money to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Have you made, say, millions of dollars?
No.
Are you a rich man?
When you mean rich, what you mean?
Do you have a lot of possessions? A lot of money in the bank?
Position make you rich?
Yo, peace. Hope everybody's doing well, enjoying their Thursday, wherever they are, whatever they might be. Hope everybody is safe. The day was productive, and everything's on the up and up, right? As wild times we're living in. Wish y'all the best and hope for the best for y'all. He nice, him slim, trim, and I'm built to win. And I'm back to shoot a Candace show. I am Granny's baby. I am numero uno. Peace, power, and prosperity to the village. It's an honor and a pleasure to be back in the town square with the village members. Good to see y'all. Hope all is well. Let me run my disclaimers real quick.
Content warning. This video is about a sensitive topic involving violence, assault, and loss of life. We've removed any graphic or descriptive content to comply with YouTube's guidelines. The aim of this video is to provide informative, factual journalism on tragic events in the public interest that does not dismiss its seriousness. All clips shown are under the doctrine of fair use for news reporting and analysis, and some points made in this video are simply opinions and theories. I'm not responsible for third-party information, and this video is being made purely for artistic, educational, documentary, and scientific purposes.
Yo, let me get it queued up. In case I haven't been paying attention in this space, I think it was yesterday and today Candace dropped two massive monologues, right? I just wanted to bring it here, bring it to the space. We chop it up, review it, talk about it, enjoy. Appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support. Hit them buttons on the way in. We're about to start and get to rolling. I got two videos. I'm not going to show all of them, obviously. But we here.
And breaking the news story that in particular Erika's involvement with Epstein's favorite modeling agency, Faith Kate's Next Modeling Management, a Rothschild spinout. We broke the story that her dealings with them involved real estate in some capacity. Erika Bronste was, as
if you notice so far, her hair's back in that bun. When the hair's back in the bun, she got on her war paint. You know what I mean? So it was go time. Shout out to Candace, bro.
We were told the point person for the firm when it came to housing young models. More specifically, Erika dealt with apartments in a white building. They had remembered that white building was located somewhere near 68th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. Well, lo and behold, a few of you guys sent us a building that could potentially match that very description. A building that was owned by Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, who inherited all of his wealth. I want you guys to check out this article, which was published by the New York Post. It reads, in part, Exposed, this is the title, inside the New York City condo building where Jeffrey Epstein secretly kept his underage victims. And the article tells us, quote, newly unsealed records reveal that Jeffrey Epstein kept some of his underage victims in an apartment building just 10 blocks from his Upper East Side townhouse. The address is 301 East 66th Street, a 16-story post-war condo between 1st and 2nd Avenues. With a 24-hour doorman, hid another sordid operation. The files show the building functioned as a logistical hub for Epstein's world, and according to civil complaints and sworn testimony, the underage girls that he trafficked. More than a dozen apartments also cycled between wealthy guests, notable foreign dignitaries, and Epstein staffers. Elsewhere in the article, we learned that, quote, one victim had previously described arriving at the building and being shown a small apartment stocked with domestic comforts. She says, I remember the apartment clearly, she said in her 2022 account.
Yo, viewer discretion advised, viewer discretion advised. Some words are going to be used, but these words have meaning, and we're using them in the context that they should be used, right? Not to offend anybody, like we said already in the disclaimer. I'm a little tired today. Give me a break, goddammit. But you got it. We in.
It was relatively small, and there was Dannon yogurt in the fridge and a basket of fruit and cookies on the counter. It was a gesture showing the guise of care before she was taken about 9 blocks away to Epstein's townhouse at 9 East 71st Street to give him a massage. She said, quote, I remember feeling quite special, she recalled in the interview. It was a part of the manipulation, though. Here, we are caring for you, we are providing for you. That's all part of the grooming process, end quote. Isn't that ironic? Here was the photo, which they've embedded into the article because it has an interesting caption. It says, some apartments were labeled in his address book as apartments for models. Wow, apartments for models. And civil filings allege the condos were used to house young women brought from overseas and provided with living quarters, transportation, and other benefits to secure compliance. This photo is also courtesy of Corcoran. Wow, Corcoran Real Estate. I love that the photo is courtesy of Corcoran Real Estate because remember, the Corcoran president.
Wait, the connection is coming soon. Relax. It's just about to connect.
Just giving massive conspiracy. White building right there. The person remembers Erika dealing with models. He's just putting in his phone, apartment for models. What's going on here? Why wouldn't she just simply answer an email and clarify her relationship with Next Model Management? This feels to me, again, like a massive conspiracy, which could have potentially implicated many more players who were involved in the New York City real estate scene and who also happen to radically support the nation state of Israel, given that the Rothschilds credit themselves with having created that nation state. That wasn't biblical, it was banking. The Kushners are involved in Manhattan real estate, right? The Trumps are involved in Manhattan real estate. And from where I'm sitting, it looks like Donald Trump and Kash Patel and Pam Bondi colluded to lie to the American people about the Epstein files. At the very least, we can now assert that they intentionally covered up for Jared Kushner's Israeli business friends who sold Ivanka and Jared their Miami mansion, and they were just found guilty.
I don't see how they could come out and say there's nothing in there. Furthermore, there's no evidence of trafficking in itself. But that's pretty much all we find in there. There's a lot more, right? But there's a whole lot of trafficking in there and a whole lot of names. As you'll see, some names are going to come up and I'll show you. I ran across this article yesterday, I believe. Crazy that she spoke about it today on today's show. But I'll show you the article and all that good shit in a little bit.
Of sex trafficking. Remember, Kash Patel said there was no evidence of trafficking in the files. None. Yet, these Israeli-American brothers, Tal, Oren, and Alon Alexander, were indeed in the files. And we can assume that because of their relationship with Jared Kushner, they enjoyed a warm relationship with Donald Trump. They certainly visited the White House multiple times. They even were invited to the annual Hanukkah party.
What's up, Red? So if y'all don't remember, them guys got they got locked up about a year ago, right? I remember this case coming up, and how I remember it was they were touted as being real estate moguls, and they the girls reported them for abuse, et cetera, et cetera.
And I'm wondering if it's because of that they had their last names redacted from the Epstein files. We were told that the redactions were limited to protecting us from child pornography. Well, it turns out that too was a lie, as we always knew it was. Trump is protecting his friends. He's protecting Jared's friends. He is protecting Israel. And I gotta tell you, it is good to be an Israeli.
And ain't that a sad reality though? We've talked about the files already, right? And the confusion and how they were dumped. And furthermore, the redactions. We talked about this already. That why are people that are clearly involved in this shit named redacted? Clearly people were being protected. It was just that clear. Now you gotta have a whole lot of we don't give a fuck to do shit like this. It's a whole lot of I don't give a fuck. To sit there and lie to these people face repeatedly, over and over and over again. Now that we have names, what's next? Now that we have names, we have emails, we have dates, we got connection. The spider web just gets longer and larger. There's way more connection, right? Even Peter Thiel is in there, right? The infamous family, the Rothschilds, that people whisper, right, and call them one of the 13 families. They're in there. But you're treated like you're a fucking moron and like you're slow. And you have raccoon-eyed fucking Casper telling you to your face, broad day, international television, that ain't nothing to see. I'm like, what up, my boy? Salute, General. My man, 100 grand, what up? The disrespect level is extremely high. But they thought that the Iran mess that's going on right now, right? Operation Epic Fury would be the great distraction. And it's not. People could do both. It's 5 days a week. We could dedicate 2 days, 3 days to Epstein. 2 days to Epstein, 3 to Iran. Then you could take a break on the weekend. People could do both. Some people just not even interested in Iran. Some people just still talking about Epstein. Some people talking about drama on the internet, like ain't bigger fish to fry out here right now. It's way bigger fish out here to fry. But for that, they not affected, man. But I digress. I let them be. Son. I let them be. Shout out to my man, 100 grand. Magneto is in the town square. And he dropped a gift off for the homie, my man.
I want some more motherfucking money.
Appreciate you, bro. You always pulling up, showing love and support, my man. Appreciate it as usual. Another one. He said, big up. Brother in the chat. Big salute to you, my G. You know it's a love thing. I tell you what. You get it. As always, my G, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, dog. Got a good village set up over here, man. We macking, talking shit, talking sense, building shit. You heard me? Shout out to y'all. All y'all should know Mr. and Mrs. Magneto by now. If y'all don't, hop in, show some love. Magneto, drop your link in the chat to both the channels, right? Y'all should know everybody in here, but if you don't, you know over here, you know how many people go over there. They talk about a lot of great couple stuff. They talk about a lot of great Black stuff too, right? They talk about a lot of things that couples could enjoy. And even if you're single, but you're looking for a relationship, right? You hear good words of wisdom. If you're a parent, right? They give you good parenting advice and they talk about real life things over there. So shout out to the Harris tribe, the gang, Mr. and Mrs. Magneto. One love, you know what it is.
Piece of filth that is in with the Trumps and the Kushners. The redactions didn't matter in the end, thanks to the crusade of Congressman Thomas Massie, among others, who Trump now wants primaried down in Kentucky because Israel wants him out. He's not a Zionist. The brothers were revealed because of him, and they were, like I told you, just found guilty in a major sex trafficking case. And, well, I guess let's just check out this news clip to see what sorts of people this administration is working.
Here we go right here. This is it right here. This is it right here, dog. It's on the Twitter. I should retweet it. To my Twitter. Disgraced real estate titans Alexander Brothers partied with the Trumps at the 2016 inauguration in the White House. Hanukkah celebration. This is them, three brothers. I think two of them are twins, and one's not just a single. But yeah, this is them. Thomas Massie out of these boys. So what they did was they only showed their first names. This is Thomas Massie, bro. They don't like him at all, bro. They really, really hate Thomas Massie. They really do. He's slinging wrenches. All true they plans. But them motherfuckers look like demons, bro. They look like demons. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this on my page. Damn, Candace, I keep fucking you up with these pauses, my girl, my boy, my bad.
To defend and cover for. Take a listen.
3 brothers have been convicted of sex trafficking after weeks of emotional testimony. On Monday, a jury found that the Alexander brothers had repeatedly trafficked and engaged in unlawful sexual activity with young women. 2 of the brothers rose to prominence closing high-end real estate deals in New York and Miami. Tom Hansen joins us now with more. Tom, good morning.
Hey there, Vlad. Good morning to you all. The Alexander brothers were found guilty of all 10 counts against them in federal district court here in Manhattan Monday. Their defense team had argued the brothers were womanizers, but not criminals. The jury disagreed.
More than a year after the Alexander brothers were first arrested on charges including sex trafficking, a jury found the trio guilty of all 10 counts against them Monday. Mark Agnifilo represents Orrin Alexander.
We believe in our client's innocence, and we're not going to stop fighting until we prevail.
Orrin and his brother.
Ain't Agnifilo the one who did? Ain't Agnifilo the one who did Diddy shit? Diddy? Yes. Yeah. That's what that is. Yeah, he did Diddy's case. Yeah. He was the lead attorney. Yep, for Diddy. There he was. I knew I heard that. Yeah.
Brother Tal rose to prominence as real estate brokers to the mega rich, with a splashy profile in the New York Times and appearances on cable business shows about their multi-million-dollar sales.
It's a family affair with us.
Alon Alexander, Orrin's twin, worked as an executive for a private security firm owned by the family.
The Alexander brothers worked together and with others to repeatedly and violently drug, sexually assault, and rape dozens of female victims.
All 3 brothers were arrested in December of 2024. During the trial, the jury heard from 11 women who accused the brothers of rape or sexual assault, including allegations that the Alexanders had drugged the women before assaulting them, even recording certain encounters without consent. The jury found Tal, Oren, and Alon guilty of sex trafficking charges, Tal and Alon guilty of sex trafficking a minor, and Oren and Alon guilty of sexual abuse. Their sentencing has been scheduled for August, and the brothers face life behind bars.
And now that their federal trial is over, the Alexander brothers still face additional
Yeah, these two definitely twins.
legal trouble, including in Florida, where Alon and Oren are charged with rape in state court. They have pleaded not guilty. The details pretty disturbing, guys.
Why are Israelis like this? Like, what is wrong with them? I'm asking seriously. And allow me to reiterate what's going on here. So Cash 33 Patel, and the President of the United States, likely under the instruction of his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who everybody knows is running the White House. He was running the White House back in 2020. He's the reason Trump has already admitted that Jared told me to bomb Iran. He told me that they might preemptively strike. Everything he does is because Jared Kushner tells him to. So Trump is essentially just being, on paper.
Tree stalk in the town square. Peace, General. Salute. You already know my G. One love.
He's running the White House, but it's always been Jared Kushner, okay? He was the one that also told him to lock everything down during COVID. What's going on here is they have just proven they were willing to lie via redactions to the American people to protect rapists, Israeli rapists, and sex traffickers because they donate to the IDF. You can apparently...
Now look at this. She brought up Jared Kushner, right? Involving an ex-worker, led to federal charges for witness tampering, tax evasion, making false statements to the Federal Election Commission. Key details: Charles Kushner. That's his daddy. Crime: after his brother-in-law began cooperating with federal authorities in an investigation, Charles Kushner had hired a worker to seduce the brother-in-law, arranged to have the encounter recorded, sent the tape to his own sister. Pleaded guilty, 18 charges, served 14 months in the Fed, pardoned by the President Trump. Full pardon, December 2020.
That's the most important thing. Oddly, though, trafficking, this just keeps coming up, right? It's a common theme that nobody expected. Throughout our investigation to Charlie Kirk, who killed Charlie Kirk, we keep coming up with themes of human sex trafficking and Israel, and the unjustified redaction for the Alexander brothers sure adds a lot more smoke to that mysterious meeting that Andrew Colbert and other Turning Point USA affiliates had with top brass in the West Wing the literal day before the Epstein files dropped, which I thought, could it be, like, are they redacting and doing things for their friends? Little hush-hush meeting that Mr. 33 Patel wanted to help Andrew Colbert camouflage by way of faking a Charlie Kirk live episode. I'm calling it, I never do this, ha ha ha. Meanwhile, you're together in DC. I think it's fair to ask, what other pieces of human filth this administration would be willing to help for Israel? Now Trump has proven he will do anything for Israel. He will send your sons and your daughters to die for them. That's actually the plan they seem to be imparting upon us right now. So poor Charlie for having held him in higher estimation. This brings me to the utterly deranged campaign to foist Erika Kirk upon the masses, right? The widow, who was clearly not grieving, the media dismissing her obviously problematic past, no interest in her obviously problematic past, her obviously problematic mother. And now it seems they're taking it a step further, trying to get Erika's turning point into high schools all across America. That's been the push. They're even trying to establish something in Ireland. Ireland, wake up.
While we're talking about it, right? And these sick fucking demons. Here we go, right here. More names that came out. And what they said, there was no client list. There's no evidence in the Epstein files of trafficking. No client list, nothing.
Mr. Khan's answering every question thus far. He's completed 2 full hours of depositions. I would say we are possibly at the halfway point. It could last more than 4 hours, but he confirmed there were 5 clients that paid money to Epstein, and that was Les Wexner, Lynn Dubin, Stephen Sinofsky, the Rothschilds, and Leon Black. We've already deposed Wexner, and we're going to be deposing Leon Black very soon. First of all, Mr. Khan's answering every question.
What next? Right? What next? More depositions. Ain't people tired of this fucking bullshit charade that they talking about? Why are we talking about these sick motherfuckers? Y'all remember this shit right here? Where's the story? Here it goes right here. Lyrcy has let go the apist. Is anyone surprised? Lyrcy has closed the case. They were forced to open. Oh my God. Remember this video when they put their shields up and had that the Palestinian detainee in the corner? And you could see him push up against the, okay, here we go right here. They push him up against the wall, right? And then these demons create that shield around. Do y'all remember this? I don't know if y'all remember this. This was crazy. They went crazy over this. Right here. Try not to show the whole video, right? These are the comments. These are the people are not sleeping anymore, dog. And I'm not being angry today. I'm not being upset. I don't know what frame of mind I'm in. I honestly can't tell you the frame of mind that I'm in, but it's not anger.
Pay attention. Korea, wake up, pay attention, okay? It's weird and it's problematic. Let me ask you guys, with everything that we now know, how do you feel at home about the prospect of Erika Kirk, Tyler Boyer, the Farnsworths, and the Turning Point staff being heavily endorsed for high school classrooms in particular? Because that's what's happening. It's Club America, that's what it's called. Yesterday, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and yes, that is Mike Huckabee's daughter, might be relevant to the theme of Israel, signed a proclamation.
Mike Huckabee. You know who he is, right? The dude that's in Lyrcy as the ambassador. Oh my God.
With Erika Kirk by her side, announcing her support for every high school in Arkansas to adopt a Club America. I want you guys to watch Erika in this clip, by the way. Pay attention to Erika's mannerisms in...
I feel like back then they actually made an effort to try and be sneaky and slide around. I feel like they did. I feel like back in the G, they actually tried. Now I just feel like they don't care. They don't give none, son. It's like, yeah, we did it. And what are you going to do about this shit? What are you going to do? That's how it comes across to me. We did it. What you going to do about it?
This clip, because I swear everything about her screams fraud. Terrible, not even D-list, E-list actress. Because now she's going to take on this sheepish and scared Erika in her mannerisms. All right, let's watch and listen to this.
We are here to welcome one of the conservative movement's most talented, most outspoken, and most faithful leaders, Erika Kirk, to our great state. We're so proud to have her, and we're so proud of the incredible work that she is doing to help encourage students across the country to engage and join Club America, which we're launching here in Arkansas, and we're just honored to have you.
Thank you. God bless you. We're so grateful, and thank you for honoring Charlie and his legacy and his mission to have a Club America on every...
She had a face like her daddy, boy. Look at that face. Have mercy. Dallas Libra, what's up, gangster? Crazy ass motherfucker.
Every high school chapter across the country. So God bless you.
She got a face like her damn daddy. Have mercy.
It's just so performative, and it gives me the ick because somehow, as we have demonstrated, child sex abuse allegations, scandals, that seems to follow that sheepish girl that you just saw on the screen. She's just unlucky that way. It's never her. It's the U.S. Marines, Colonel Otto Busher. You know, it's everyone.
I like them earrings she wearing though.
Around her that seems adjacent to these sorts of scandals. Take, for example, United Hands Romania. That's the organization that Erika partnered with on her Romanian Angels project. Okay, she partnered with an organization known as United Hands Romania. And something that immediately flagged me as weird is that when giving an interview about United Hands, Erika mentioned that the Romanian orphans did not trust the woman that was running it. I want you to take a listen to what Erika says about this woman who's running United Hands. Take a listen.
The Black Sea Rotational Force Base got moved to Norway in 2018. And for the past, I want to say 8 to 9 months, maybe even 10, The woman that is the boots on the ground in Romania for United Hands Romania Association, the head of that lives in Ohio. She has all of these backpacks and back to school supplies and all of these different things for the kids that she wants to send over there. And our contact, who was at the base in Constancia, is no longer there. And the people who are there don't trust her because they don't have a connection to her. And so I have literally been praying to figure out how to get a hold of someone at that base to be able to be like, hey, we're going to be shipping in. Because I use a different shipping company to get there. I never use the military's.
The kids don't trust an adult woman to give them presents? Again, that flagged me as very odd. Children not trusting a woman, so much so that they don't want to accept gifts from her. Nope. Been around, have 4 kids, have a lot of toddlers around. It's not right. I've heard of shy kids that need to warm up to strangers, right? But what Erika's describing there is a woman that has been involved with the organization for over a decade. She's been involved with this orphanage for over a decade. That signals to me that the kids know something about her. There's a reason they don't trust her, even when she is holding gifts. That was my gut instinct. So I went to investigate who that woman was and was gratefully sent an article by Romanians. Thank you guys so much for the work that you've done here. This article was published in 2017. And I'll show you first and foremost that Erika discusses her partnership. The woman's name is Renee Crossman. Okay, she thanks her in this article. The quote reads, "We have formed a partnership with the Antonio Placement Center in Constanta. And as we promised, we are doing everything possible to take this friendship further for the benefits of Romanian children. We fell in love with these children and with the idea of repeated help over time. So we included this action in our list of international initiatives. I am happy to collaborate with the United Hands Romania Association and Renee Crossman, the president of this organization, but also with the representatives of the Antonio Placement Center." Okay. She says, "Truly thank you to the many Romanians who sent," sorry, that's me. So like I said, you guys, thank you very much for sending me all those articles. And it allowed me to look further into this Renee Crossman and what her background is, and a clue as to why maybe the children don't trust her. Vulnerable children don't trust Renee. It might be because Renee is a member of a cult. You may have heard of this cult. It used to be known as Children of God. Yeah, there are documentaries which are dedicated to discussing the Children of God cult. And I'm going to tell you about Children of God. Actually, I'm going to read you verbatim words written by a Romanian investigative team, because this is going to sound familiar to you. This investigative team in Romania began looking into United Hands, began looking into Renee Crossman and the religious sect that she came from, the Children of God, which is now referred to as the family. It was founded by evangelist David Berg, born in California in 1919. The article tells us Berg had a very turbulent life, one that included incestuous sexual relations with a cousin, and even one of his daughters, Faithy, whom he made into a sexual...
This shit hit a little different now, right? Shit hit a little different, don't it? After you hear how much time her name is such attached to weird shit. Attached to traffic. How close and adjacent it is, like Candace is. Now it hits weirder. It hits a little different, right? Oh, you like my music? This is island corn music, by the way. Not just that retro, jazzy Hollywood, alternate rock shit. Okay, this is island corn music. The Romanian Ukrainian. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I got another one. G. I got another one. That sounds crazy as fuck. And I got the one she did in the high school too. I think it was the very first one she did. I think it was in Illinois. Madness. But listen to this shit right here. I hope y'all catch it. Dang, where is it? Oh, here we go. Listen to this shit. Now listen to this shit. Kids are not protected. Absolutely not. And it is sad.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man. especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there, strong men who are convicted, that will be good leaders, good husbands, good fathers like mine. We need that. And young women, we need you to also rise up. Don't compromise yourself. Don't look at other women and compare yourself. God has created you for a purpose and a reason far greater than you and I will ever know on this side of heaven. But just know that as long as you're a part of Turning Point USA, you have us by your side, and we will be there for you every step of the way. Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need...
I'll let y'all sit on that one. I'll let y'all sit on that for yourselves. Sure.
Prophetic words, arrogantly proclaiming himself to be God's prophet for the end times, making known God's word for today, taking verses and examples from scripture and out of context in an attempt to validate his new doctrines. Berg instructed the children of God to spread throughout the world, first in Europe in 1971 and later to reach every continent by the mid-1970s. The children of God began calling themselves the family of love. Sexual excesses inevitably led to child sex. Faithful to his personal history, Berg claimed that incest and sex involving minors were permitted, and thus soon a series of cases appeared of mothers and fathers becoming sexually intimate with their sons and daughters, and even of young children committing sexual acts with other children or with adult members. Mixing his sexual immorality with occultism, Berg claimed that he maintained relationships with the entire pantheon of pagan goddesses, including Aphrodite, Diana, the goddesses of Atlantis, Macumba, which is in fact the name of the Afro-Brazilian cult, which is similar to voodoo, and many others, while continuing to proclaim salvation through faith in Jesus Christ. End quote. Okay, talking about occultism, weird sex stuff happening, saying that you're doing things in the name of Christ.
Love, there's a whole story about a whole article I read not a long time ago. It was like last year, but long in the sense of I can't remember it verbatim. But that was one of the main targets that they said. How they target them is they promise their children to have board and food and clean clothes and good education, and they sell the dream to these people. So what happens is these parents actually believe, right, that their kids will be taken care of. And the parents are doing this out of the need to, let's say, they want a better life for their child. They desire a better life for their children. They don't want their children to have to worry about food, right? They don't want their children to have to worry about clean drink and clean drinking water and proper clothing, proper medicines and all these things. So what they do is they actually give their kids away in the name and the hope and the thinking that the kid will actually go out there, be successful and study hard. Because most times what is said that people just need an opportunity to get the monkey off their back, right? So it's funny because I just can't see me doing it, but who really knows the level of desperation that these people are at, if you dig what I'm saying. But it's something that when I ran into it, I was kind of perplexed. But remember, the dream is that the American dream is what's being sold, pretty much. You dig it? Not index. It was a prison charge for signing up for VI. Yes, we had a permit. Okay, that is dope. Appreciate you. That's kind of dope. Not index. Welcome to the village, bro. Okay, if her grandma brother signed the permit, Okay, you dropping some knowledge. I really appreciate it.
Access to children. Yeah, you know what? Back in 2018, actually, Megyn Kelly did an interview, a profile piece, an interview with a woman who left the cult and wanted to share her story. Her name is Christina Babin, and listen to what Christina told Megyn Kelly about her upbringing. Take a listen.
In 1976, David Berg introduced flirty fishing, which encouraged female members to show God's love through sexual relationships with potential converts. As for young girls like Christina, she says they were encouraged to engage in what Berg called sexual sharing.
Father David has sent out a letter to everybody and said that children should be shown how to have sex. And an adult couple came and got me in the night and showed me how to have sex. And I knew, by that time, I already knew that women were supposed to be prostitutes and we weren't supposed to say no to sex and that sex was part of our life. So I knew mentally what was expected of me and what I was supposed to feel. But when it happened, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel good. And I thought there was something wrong with me.
To be clear, Renee Crossman, Erika's partner on Romanian Angels, who the children, according to Erika, do not trust, is a self-admitted member of his cult. She has not been accused of any wrongdoing. No, the U.S. Marines that she partnered with were going to be accused of wrongdoing. We're going to be accused of prostituting children. But Renee Crossman herself has not been accused of anything. And she says she defends the cult, which was subsequently instructed to disperse and hide themselves in the world of nonprofit, according to the investigative piece.
That's what I think too, Libra. For real, that's what I do think. And it's just hard for me to grasp, right? Because sometimes you're not in that scenario, so you don't really have that monkey on your back per se. So to see how people make these decisions is kind of like, to me, it seems kind of out the way and far-fetched. But who knows, right? How did this situation these people in? It could be extreme poverty and shit like that, which that's what the article said. So I have no reason to disbelief, especially when we see and we keep hearing about it. Right? We keep hearing about it. Keep hearing about it. All the way. It's not even a place that's really safe, right? When you think about it, happens in the African continent. It happened in Europe. It's happening in the Americas. It's happening, right? Probably not in Antarctica, right? Because they're busy doing other shit out there. Right? But we know it's definitely happening in India. We know it's happening in these places. For sure. To bypass land use coastal community standards. That's hard to believe. This one right here. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, G. If it's him signing it or somebody else signed it, that shit was happening. That shit was gonna happen regardless, bro. Money talks. You feel me? He was just in position or whatever the case is. You feel me? No, I'm not saying this ain't just not on them. What I'm saying is it's gonna happen regardless, whether it was him or Joe Schmo or fucking or Randy Handy. I'm saying whoever was in that slot at that time, I think it would have still happened. That's what he's saying. I'm not arguing who signed the files. What I'm arguing is whoever was in that slot to sign and bypass and push it and expedite, I think it was still gonna get expedited. That's what I'm saying. So to say Epstein Island would have never existed, that's hard for me to grasp. When it's not necessary that everything happened on the island and only in the island, right? Look at me, he had what, 3 pieces and that we completely factually know about. The New York joint, the Miami joint, and the Arizona. Is it Arizona? Or New Mexico? I think it's New Mexico, the New Mexico joint. We know for a fact that there's 3 pieces of property, decent, and the one in New Mexico is some massive slot of land. Right? That being said, I know for a fact that them things was happening in those 3 locations, point blank period. So even say Epstein Island does not exist, those other 3 locations still had activity going on in them. That's what I'm saying. Zorro, the Zorro Ranch. Is New Mexico? Yeah. I think in Arizona because everything is in fucking Arizona these days.
Are we to believe the U.S. Marines didn't catch that in a background check on Renee Crossman? She's an American. I imagine there was a background check involved in that. Like I said, everything and everyone around Erika, just not Erika. Why is it that everything about Turning Point right now reminds me of a religious cult, right? The way Erika speaks, her mannerisms, her inflection, her saying turning point is her family. That's what they call themselves, a family. This is my family. What? Are you a CEO or are you not a CEO? Her choosing to have Stacey, the chief fundraiser over there at her side, rather than her biological family members after her husband was assassinated, that's proof that she does believe it is her family. Nothing was weird to her. This is my family. Her defense of sexual deviant Tyler Boyer. How do these people know each other? The way in which they are trying to seed the public and convince the public that this is what God wanted. God ordained this. Erika is so godly. She cannot even get a sentence out without saying the Lord. And I'm going to be honest, it creeps me out. The whispering creeps me out. It does not fill me with any sense of light. In fact, it fills me with quite the opposite. I feel uncomfortable. I feel like I am watching a religious cult try to indoctrinate the masses.
This is what this reminded me of. When I ran into this, right? When I ran into this part of the show today, instantly, my brain went to this right here. Y'all remember this shit? John of God. Y'all remember this fool? You remember him being endorsed? Being supported? You remember this shit? John of God, a serial R-worder and PDF file, have been sentenced to an additional 99 years for ex-crimes, right? 370 years in prison awaits appeal under house arrest. This is the dude they call John of God. So he's pretty much a cult leader, right? And what happened was he formed this cult. It was in somewhere in South America. I can't remember what country it was in. I want to say Brazil, but don't quote me on that. Either way, it happened down in South America. He was endorsed by Oprah. Oprah endorsed him, talked all this great shit about him. Come to find out, he was fucking over these ladies down there. Like kids, like he making them have kids, and this shit was wild as fuck. Hold on, would it be is it up here? No. Hold on. I only have these 3 articles on it, but yeah. Let me see. Son of God, Oprah, hundreds of women. It was like, I think it's like 600 women or some crazy ass number like that. It was some fucking crazy ass number of women. Son of God, kept teenagers, slave. Oh, that's right. He was selling off the kids. That's right. So after he knocked them up, so like it was some crazy shit. Like he kept them for a certain amount of years and made them have kids. And he was like selling off the kids and using the kids for all types of crazy shit. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I remember this. I definitely remember. So when I heard that last piece that she brought up about the cult-like behavior, that's the first thing my mind went to, this John of God character.
The cult, as I presented to you, like it was a cult and it was meant to hypnotize the world. I mean, the whispering. Let's go back and actually watch this clip of Erika on Jesse Waters. When I say I'm speaking about the way she whispers makes me uncomfortable. Take a listen.
And I truly believe that if the Lord, which this does not happen, but if the Lord gave him an option to return back to earth, and if the Lord said, this is what your death is going to be the catalyst for, do you want to go back and exchange it? He'd say no. Wow. He'd say no.
Really? He'd say no? He wants his kids to grow up alone? But again, this is a part of brainwashing. It's brainwashing tactics for a cult. That's how I feel. I have a right to feel that turning point has turned into something else. I feel it was infiltrated. I feel Erika is very obviously taking it in a direction that makes me uncomfortable. Everything we've seen about her background and the way in which she was raised screams fraud to me. She lies pathologically as if she herself was brainwashed, as if she doesn't know that she's lying. It should tell you that something is not right here. And now we have to go max for Charlie. That's how I feel. We need to go max for Charlie because when I look at all the players on the board, when I look at her relationship with Trump, when I look at the way that they are continuing to defend her and to try to tell us that she must be accepted, no. It screams at me just the opposite. And when we get back, we're going to be releasing the remaining photos and the video evidence that we have from September 10th. All right, you guys, if you've been following me for a while, then you know how much I absolutely love Riverbend Ranch steaks. If you've not yet tried them, now is the perfect time because not only are they delicious, but beef in general, technology to couch knick-knack is a fully dissolvable. You are an adult nicotine user and you are looking for a cleaner product, visit But there are pathological lies all throughout it. And so the internet must have everything because the people that should be defending Charlie are not. No, they're not defending Charlie at all. They are going around actually trying to spread this Fed slop and trying to guilt us and trying to tell us that we're demonic for recognizing that something we were forced to all, I guess, not partake, but look at what was an occult ceremony. I believe Charlie's death, the setting of it, everything was planned down to the T. I believe he was sacrificed. Okay? So we want to share all the evidence that we have so that the people that I bet Charlie wishes he was friends with, the YouTubers that have spent time on this, people that have put things together to try to figure out what did happen on that day, I bet he wishes those were his associates and not the people that he spent so much time building up. All right, so first, let us begin with the photos inside the van. We had only showed one. I'm going to show you this one here so that you guys can take this. Here is a closer bit. I do want to point out that it does very much look to me like there was some...
So I haven't seen this. That was like pretty much where I stopped watching the show at, whenever she took that break right there. But while we're talking about how fucked up TPUSA really is, like to the core, how it's completely anti Charlie in every fucking time I see these motherfuckers, bro. Every single time I see them, it's anti Charlie. Every time they open their mouth, it's some anti Charlie shit. Like who? This is not Charlie's legacy. This is that. From my opinion, from my perspective. We went through that video where Blake Neff and them sat there and swear to God that Charlie would he would make September 10th happen the exact same way because of how many people were touched and brought into the football. That's some fucking horse shit. Where we went through that, I said it, Baron said it, Candace said it, Project Constitution said it. It's not their Project Constitution, by the way, bro. Yo, much comfort, bro. Much strength to you. I know you're going through some shit out there in the streets, bro. Big up yourself, bro. Stay strong. Fight the good fight, my G. Fight the good fight. I know you're going through some shit over there. Let's click over to this one right here. More TPUSA bullshit.
All right, fetch ain't fetching, Gretch. Just not fetching. I'm sorry, Trump. Now, some of us were actually grieving Charlie Kirk. Turning Point USA, on the other hand, was grieving differently. Just differently. Turns out there was no pathway in which these goblins were not trying to strike gold off of his...
Pause for the cause. Big Reaper said he run the show today, you heard?
I need money.
Officially, show sponsor. We got Tree Star in the banner. Yo, always holding it down, bro. Always supporting, dog. Always trying to build a village over here. And it's much appreciated all the time, my G. You know it's a love thing from here to there. With all this clear and all this fear, my G. Reaper is in the banner. Big dog stepping, you hear me? You know what?
I told you, I'm a man of my word. Where's the Italian?
Appreciate all the support, my G. For y'all that like to hide out. I keep telling y'all that ain't y'all lane.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
Whoever made that, boy, Jesus Christ. Whoever made that, they good. They good. But Reaper, appreciate you, my G. Whoever got them shits, you heard? Whoever got them, big salute. Thank Reaper, right? For allowing you into the fold on his dime to help build the village, to bring people in for unification. You heard? My man. Big salute to you once again, dog. We rolling. Upkeep the memberships too. Here to give you the primary.
name, including, ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed it, at the DMV. Man, I had quite a chuckle about this. Either we're like, what else can we do? The DMV, let's make some money. So apparently what happened was back in January, Arizona Senator named Jake Hoffman. Now, I should let you know, Jake Hoffman is a dear friend of Tyler Boyer, a partner of Tyler Boyer. He formerly used to work at Turning Point USA. They make money together. I knew Jake Hoffman, okay? This ain't some senator. I didn't know Charlie, but I was impacted. And no, okay? He's embedded with Turning Point USA. And Jake Hoffman, back on January 28th, introduced a bill for a state license plate to honor Charlie Kirk. You know, guys, it's all about honoring him. Legacy. Now, the proposed specialty plate, which was going to be referred to as a Charlie Kirk Memorial Plate.
We talked about this earlier on this week. How they still use his name on the show. Erika keeps saying, my husband, Charlie. Everything is Charlie Kirk. They just using this man's name, dog. Grifting and grinding this man's name every fucking chance they get. I don't see how. I think at this point, if you support that TPUSA 2.0, then you are willingly making a fucking decision to act like a fucking moron. And I have no sympathy for you. None. Zero. None. Nil. If you've fallen for this shit that it looks completely opposite to what that man stood for, and you swear to God you stood with that man and you enjoyed what that man said, you enjoyed how his brain worked, you enjoyed his speeches, you enjoyed his bait, you enjoyed his energy, you enjoyed his convictions, you enjoyed how he presented himself, you enjoyed his humility, you enjoyed his show. If you enjoyed his fucking hair, there's no way that you could sit here and look at this new fucking bullshit that they still calling TPUSA and think it's not the only thing the same, dog, is his fucking name that's still being ran true. And what they're doing is they're not honoring him. They fucking putting smut on his fucking name, using his name and doing the opposite. That's what the fuck they do. There's people out here on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, across the globe, that every single day they pump Charlie. They keep dropping what Charlie used to talk about. They keep dropping Charlie pictures. They making Charlie memes. They taking clips out of Charlie's shows, showing you all these different things about Charlie. And you could look at it today and you still think that this looks anything like what Charlie was talking about. Then you are proving yourself, and you are proving to everybody else around you, you are willing to stick your head in the ground with your ass in the air and get fucked like an ostrich. So play ostrich and get fucked. No mercy, no sympathy, no empathy. I don't care. That's your fucking decision. You fucking live with it. I don't care. I told you I'm not mad. I'm not mad to them. I'm not mad about nothing. I'm just giving it plain and blood or all like it's supposed to be, dog. Look at it for what it is. Time and time and time and time again. It's literally like almost every week is some new disrespectful shit they do to Charlie. And swear to God, it's in his honor. That man spoke almost every single day of his breathing life since he started. And not a human being other than these fucking clowns that took over the show now that still using his name have these secret fucking things that he kept to himself. Erika would have been a great president. You know, Erika is so much greater than me. You know, I want Erika to take over the show if anything happens to me. You know, I want Erika the CEO of TV. I don't want her at home now. Everything that I fucking preach, everything that I've said for the past years upon years upon years, I've been preaching about, I don't want her to do that. I don't want her to be the symbol of the things that we preach about. I don't want her to be the symbol of what we fucking design. All of a sudden, I want her to be in the fucking Air Force Academy board, right? Where she talked to the fucking Sec War, the Secretary of War. She got to talk to him about what the fuck going on at the academy and what type of leaders are coming out of there and the issues of the academy. That's what I want. I want her to be busy like me, flying across this country, setting up shows, being involved in TPUSA efforts and funding. Since he has been gone, you know how many more chapters of TPUSA have been opened? Since he's been removed from this planet violently, since we've seen that tragedy, you know how many schools have been infiltrated with this shit? Now they're talking about high schools. Are y'all not seeing the fucking play? And then you're not seeing it is on purpose and you're being a willful fucking moron. So guess what? You're gonna have to fucking lay down with that shit. You make a decision, lay down with it. Big salute to you. But stick your head in the ground and act like you don't see nothing with your ass up high in the air like an ostrich and get fucked. I have no mercy and no sympathy for you. Hit the like button.
Was essentially going to feature a photo of Charlie and the Turning Point USA logo in front of an American flag background. A little shameless promotion. And below the license plate, as you just saw, the words were for Charlie.
Let's take a quick spin. Let's take a quick spin. I'll be right back. Quick spinning, in and out skis. Let me refresh, realign, get back in lane. You hear me? I said I wasn't gonna get mad today. I wasn't gonna cuss and carry on. Be nice to each other in the chat. Hold it down. Give me like a minute. You heard? One love. Yo, and we is bike. I told you I'd be nice in the chat. I come back now, half of y'all gone. I guess I was being mean. I told you I'd be nice. Oh, you definitely trying to piss people off, Libra. You definitely trying to piss people off with that bullshit. Why that shit?
Definitely for Charlie, okay? I'm sure somewhere there's an interview where they're going to explain to us, like, oh, you know, I had a conversation with him, and Charlie said, wouldn't it be so great if I had my faces on a plate? I'm sure, right? The ghost of Charlie, always when nobody's there, says exactly what they're trying to accomplish. Anyway, so this goes through, and the Senate passed. They passed the bill, 16-2, and then the House of Reps also voted in favor of the bill, 31-23. And now, in case you're thinking, maybe that's sweet, maybe this really was for Charlie, you should think again. You should remember that we're speaking about Turning Point USA. There's got to be money somewhere, right? There's got to be ka-ching, ka-ching somewhere. So how it actually would have worked is that you would have paid a $25 fee for that specialty plate, $17 of which would have been an annual donation deposited into a conservative grassroots network special plate fund, according to the legislation. And while the recipient of the
Listen, I need you to lock in and listen. This is where we start to pay attention. Whatever they told you in kindergarten, whatever them sayings was, I can't remember, but there was something that teachers used to say where kids used to get quiet and you start focusing. Whatever it was, remember that shit and let's do that right now. I say lock in and listen.
Grassroots Network Special Plate Fund was not explicitly stated as being Turning Point USA in the bill. It did note that the director of the fund would allocate the revenue annually to a nonprofit organization founded in 2012 that focuses on restoring traditional values and maintaining a grassroots activist network on high school and college campuses in Arizona and assisting college students with voter registration and absentee ballots. They just no shame. There's no shame. It's amazing. It's amazing to think through the new CEO really being up there like, these YouTubers are making thousands of dollars. Grassroots activist network to legislation. And while the recipient of the Grassroots Network Special Plate Fund was not explicitly stated as being Turning Point USA in the bill, it did note that the director of the fund would allocate the revenue annually to a nonprofit organization founded in 2012 that focuses on restoring traditional values and maintaining a grassroots activist network on high school and college campuses in Arizona and assisting college students with voter registration and absentee ballots. It just, no shame. There's no shame. It's amazing. It's amazing to think through the new CEO really being up there like, these YouTubers are making thousands of dollars investigating who killed my husband. Thousands of dollars they are making. Look at them. I can't believe it. Shame. But what happens thereafter is Katie Hobbs, who is the governor, vetoed the bill. Quite rationally, I might add. She wrote a very nice letter. And basically her reasoning, her letter, I'll read it here. She said, today I vetoed SB 1439. Charlie Kirk's assassination is tragic and a horrifying act of violence. In America, we resolve our political differences at the ballot box. No matter who it targets, political violence puts us all in harm's way and damages our sacred democratic institutions. I will continue working toward solutions and bringing people together, but this bill falls short of that standard by inserting politics into a function of government that should remain nonpartisan. Sincerely,
Senator Katie. Senator Governor. Ain't Arizona the same state that Tyler Boyer and him got them charges in? That was dropped federally, but they still had to deal with the state charges? Did we not already review this shit? Isn't that Arizona, the same state that Tyler Boyer and them got them charges in for that election bullshit? They already went through that damn trial. Let me pull it. Tyler Boyer, TPUSA, Arizona charges. And y'all think I'm insane? My memory ain't the best. Some things work like a chain. Some things are just chain linked, so I tend to remember them longer. I tend to remember them a little bit more clearer. Tyler Boyer, TPUSA, the octopus. Dog, what you know about the octopus? Stop, bro. You don't know nothing about that shit, bro. We've been on that shit over here. Former COO of Turning Point was indicted as one of the 11 fake electors in Arizona, faces multiple felony counts, forgery, conspiracy, 2020, an alternate electoral scheme. The indictment was part of a broader effort to subvert Arizona's electoral certification process. I can't fucking read today. Shit. But there it goes. It's right there. Fucking read. Slow today. Shit. This is the thing. It was the Arizona governor who said no. And the reason why she said no was one of the things that came up in them committing fraud under the fucking 501c that they, you know what? This shit it's right there. It's just so flat and so easy. Like I said, head in the ground, ass in the air, play ostrich. That's gonna be the new code from now on. Over here, it's gonna be called play ostrich. Somebody write play ostrich in the chat. Why would they eat? One of the issues with them was they are bipartisan. They cannot lean towards any side. They can't lean towards the left. They can't lean towards the right. They can't lean towards any. They have to be bipartisan, because then that makes them, if they're bipartisan or down the middle or not leaning in any direction, that keeps that code for that business intact. As soon as they start being partisan to any party, that makes it illegal. They can't push people to vote in a certain direction. We already did all this shit. This shit was already exposed. 2 people exposed it. Dankster exposed it. Shout out to Dankster out there in them streets doing God's work out here in the streets, boy. He had a fire show the other day. Fire show. He's talking about his past life and how he changed his life and all that. Thanks. Shout out to you, big dog. If you see this, drop a comment. Yeah, my man. Wolves and Finance. Zach over there at Wolves and Finance brought this out too. When he got his letter and all that shit from TPUSA, the cease and desist letter, being the first one to get the letter. That's when all this shit came out. So the information is there. Oh, nobody's writing in the chat. I write it like that themselves. Play ostrich. I can't spell ostrich or something. How you spell ostrich? Ostrich. How you spell ostrich? O-S-C-R-I-C-H. Yeah, man. Who you fucking with? Off the dome. Body shot, headshot. Yeah, ostrich.
Yeah. Maybe if I was governor,
That's
I'd
gonna be a new
line,
quote.
that was
Play ostrich.
shameless, you're crazy. Your mama should be ashamed of you, but I'm not the governor. I'm probably never going to be a governor, for being fair. Now, of course, Turning Point USA is in for the spin. They're outraged. Jake Hoffman is outraged. Were there going to be kickbacks? Who knows? There's a lot. There's a relationship there. The Farnsworths, Jake Hoffman, Tyler, thick as thieves. Here's what Jake Hoffman said on Fox News regarding her decision.
What's your response to the governor when she says that honoring Charlie Kirk, quote, falls short of that standard of bringing people together?
Well, listen, the only thing that falls short, unfortunately, is Katie Hobbs' track record actually trying to unite the people of Arizona. Look, Charlie Kirk was an incredible man. He was a friend of mine for 11 years. And when he passed, the memorial we held, it's the only time in Arizona history that we filled 2 professional sports stadiums to honor and run tribute to the life of an Arizona citizen. He built a national organization with a global impact, reaching all the way from South Korea to London when he passed away. There's no doubt that he was a uniter. He was someone who championed free speech, and he was a civil rights leader of our time.
Jake, here's what I don't get. There are other license plates, including some that are tied to conservative causes, that have been approved. We have Choose Life. That's from the Arizona Life Coalition and its mission to promote anti-abortion advocacy. We have one from Alliance Defending Freedom, talking about conservative Christian legal advocacy, yet the precedent that she says isn't there. Is there anything different in these Charlie plates versus what you're seeing on your screen?
No, the reality is that Katie Hobbs has repeatedly been petty and partisan in everything that she's done, whether it be her nominees that she appoints to run the state agencies, or whether it be her veto track record. In fact, just last year, she vetoed about 9 of my bills, and I chaired the nominations committee, and she used the acronym of the committee as her reason for the veto. She's legally required to give us a reason, and she used the acronym of the committee to do it. She is nakedly partisan, and this is why we have to make sure that there is a new governor elected come this November.
No, I don't care if Katie Hobbs wins the gubernatorial race. I don't care if a Republican wins. I am just so disgusted with politics in general that we're even pretending this is a left or right issue. Just say we want money. Just say we want to grift off of Charlie's death every which way and manner that we can. Just say we want the $17 out of the $25. Let's stop pretending it's about politics. Let's stop pretending it's about Democrat versus Republican. Let's just acknowledge that on both sides, everybody's filth. Everybody is filth. And the people that they want to steal from are the people that come to the DMV who have souls and actually will look up and go, wow, I was really impacted by Charlie's assassination. And I would like to have that plate so that it can be in memory of him. And at the end of the day, Who's that going to? Who's that money going to? It's going to his wife's organization now. And the messaging is apparently you can always honor Charlie with your hard-earned money. I want you guys to know that. This is the messaging coming out of Drink USA. You can always honor Charlie with your hard-earned money. You can't honor him by remembering the words that he said. You can't honor him. We got to take out all of his episodes. We have to make sure we hide interviews of things he said. We have to direct the ghost of Charlie. We have to pretend he's like, didn't have all that going on with the Zionists at the end. We got to welcome them into the fold with all of his enemies. Just give us money. We want your money. At all times of the day, we want your money. It is the only way that you can honor Charlie. Just absolutely disgusting. And I had to share that with you guys because I just thought to myself, there's just no end. And by the way, of course, Tyler Boyer jumped into the fold because that's his boy. And here's what he said on X. He wrote, every nonprofit in Arizona that has major roots has a license plate. Katie Hobbs vetoed this over politics after Charlie was brutally murdered. Disgusting. Yeah, I'm sure you just wanted that in memorial. I'm sure that was it. Because that's obviously who Tyler Boyer is. And these were Charlie's best friends in the world. That, my friend, is the problem. Anyway, we will be right back to answer some of your
This is real life. We witness that. Is she protected? I think so. I do think so. Yeah, you tripping. That's funny as fuck. I think she is. Absolutely, I think she is. Let me share. Oh. No. Ooh. Let me show you how we already did the octopus, and you late like a motherfucker. Oh, late ass. I already shot this show. Actually, this show turned out to be a fucking disaster. I forgot what happened during the show. Something happened during the show though, and it turned out to be a disaster that night. All these wickets right here have been hit. All 8 wickets have been hit. We know there's a body, at least one. Clearly, they're conspiring with that body to tell you that 30-06 shell hit him in the neck. A 30-06. The laundering comes into where the money was missing at, where the audit was requested, the Doge style audit, the Doge style forensic look. Trafficking, they trafficking something. Something is being trafficked. In the list of things that people traffic, something is being trafficked. And if memory serves me correctly, I can't pinpoint it down. But now there's a new branch they want to start about real estate to get newlyweds and newlyweds housing or some real estate shit with marriage and some fucking silly shit. What's the best way to hide and launder shit? Real estate. They do it all the time. The Zionists clearly are involved in this shit. Clearly the Zionists are involved. The computer system? What computer system? What are you talking about? Put me on. Church involved. You had all these pastors, these evangelical pastors fighting for Zionism. telling you if you don't believe in what Zionists believe, then automatically you are anti-Semite. They taking the word anti-Semite and using it like it just means being anti small hat, right? Anti-literacy. Doesn't work that way. You can't take words. You cannot just take words, but you know what? If it happens enough, and with enough repetition, and with enough social constructing, it works. It happens. We see it happens all the time. Remember a couple years ago, the new word on the block was narcissist. That became a hot word. Then after that, it was aura. With enough social engineering shit, this shit works. Enough social push, this shit fucking works. We can't say it ain't politics involved in this shit, because clearly they're Republican. Clearly they stand on the side of conservatism. That's just clear as day. Everybody whoever they were backing, whoever they were pushing for, was Republican. And clearly, without a doubt, there's a military connection. We see Fort Huachuca name come up. The base in Romania name has come up. The connection between the TPUSA members having military family members, brothers, uncles, dads, fucking cousins, across the board. Military connection. And when you go back to the Fort Huachuca shit, the little spot that was outside the base was like next to a gym, and the what's buddy name? Frank, was it Frank Turk? One of the security guard guys from the detail and all this other shit. The guy who built the computer program that made it easier for FBI and CIA to link everything. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to look into that one. Yo, hit me on the Twitter. Put it inside the Twitter. I think my Twitter's in the banner. It should be at least. But this is it. This is how I built the octopus right here. It's a octopus. Say, get it? TP. All right, cool. Easy day. We rolling out. Back to being adults. The last four will spread all the way to the Straits of bruh. The last four will connect. The last five, the last six, the last seven, all these things. It's one person name you could put in this shit and all this shit matches. And his name is Jeffrey Epstein, who has now been proven to be in close proximity to Erika Kirk. It's been proven that they've been in close proximity. Remember Miss Arizona, then she went up to be Miss Colorado, pageants, Epstein, modeling, New York, Kirk, Erika Kirk, New York, real estate, Epstein, real estate. It's too many motherfucking times. You can't just sit here and tell me all this is Kawiki thing. I ain't jacking, I ain't going. I'm not jacking it. I ain't going for it. Like I said the other day, she is the perfect op. I think Charlie was supposed to be a Manchurian candidate as a way, in a sense, where he was built to be in that role of president. I do think that. And when you have somebody with that type of skill set, natural ability, you need to control that. There lies Erika Kirk, was introduced to Charlie Kirk. Through who again? On the word on the street, there's Tyler Boyer. Tyler Boyer put them together because Tyler Boyer and Erika had a past relationship where they had been known each other. Cool. All these coinky dinks. None of this shit was people actively making decisions. All this shit was coinky dink. Nobody made decisions. It's just it's like demon Wi-Fi. You know how we talk about universal God Wi-Fi, right? They was on devil Wi-Fi. The devil Wi-Fi was kicking in. It's just shit that's happening that nobody can explain. Come on with the game, bro. Honeypot shit. She was supposed to be there to monitor Charlie, to make sure Charlie moves in the direction that they want Charlie to move in. Perfect Manchurian. At the end of the day, Charlie would end up being exactly who they designed him to be. When he was there at that point and he started to see and things became clear to him, September 10th happens. I don't disagree with that. Libra, I don't disagree with that at all. But think about who a man would spend most of his personal time with. His family. So now you got him locked in at work because he goes to work with the other crew, right? Which they're all snaking him, right? They're den of snakes. He goes to the crib where he's supposed to be the most relaxed version of himself. We should transform back into Daddy Charlie, right? He's supposed to transform back to husband Charlie, son Charlie, brother Charlie, in-law Charlie, right? He's supposed to transform back from his professional life to his personal life. Those things are supposed to be separate. So even when he goes to his personal hideout, the place where he's supposed to be the most safe amongst the people that's supposed to love him the most and care about him genuinely, he over there getting handled too. But the thing about him was his smarts was really what it was. When he seen it, he couldn't unsee it. When he heard it, he couldn't unhear it. So like anybody that's smart and responsible and believes in what they're doing, I believe he called for the audit and that was it. That plan was already in place. That plan was already in place. It would have happened in Utah. It would have happened in NY. It would have happened in any way, shape, or form. That shit was going to happen. Soon as he got too big for them to control, get him out of here. What you got, him, love? She couldn't handle more, but they still had newspaper. He just it's like once you see something you can't unsee it, dog. It's like the wool been pulled over your eyes. You've been bamboozled and hoodwinked, and as soon as you get a glimpse of it, you pull on that one thread and you start unraveling shit, and boom. Then if you act and behave like you don't see it, then you play an ostrich. And Charlie wasn't the one to play ostrich. But for a fact, what they didn't know was Charlie would inform. I don't think Charlie has no hangups about being called a fucking informant. I don't think he has any. Matter of fact, I shot that show. Where is it? Wait up. Look at that show. That's how long I've been talking about this shit, bro. Back when I banged on Freezy. Poor Freezy, bro. I shouldn't have banged on Freezy like that. I should have left Frigidaire fuck on. Nope. Couldn't do it. He was acting weird, dog. He was acting too weird, man. I had to get him. Dog. But I do got something to talk about Frigidaire and this new bullshit going on. But I'm not. I'm gonna just leave that shit the fuck alone. Let them figure that shit the fuck out. Because guess what? It's bigger fucking fish to fry. You hear me? I got bigger fish in the kettle. Where's my informant show at? Did I move it already? Nah, I didn't move that already. Come on, man. Oh, boom. Here we go. Right here. I already shot the informant show. You think Charlie had an issue informing? Charlie's finna be the informant. Remember the movie Informant? I just made him into the person. I'm kind of nice like that sometimes. I ain't nice like motherfucking Red over there because Red be tweaking. Red be tweaking with the video and the emoji shits and all that. Red be going ham. I ain't that nice. But this was a shirt right here that I revealed that Charlie would reveal the fact that money was being laundered. Charlie would reveal that there were Zionists involved that infiltrated. Charlie would reveal that his camp was full of snakes. He would reveal that. I believe that he would. I believe that he would. I believe that he believed in what he spoke about because he spoke about it with the conviction. I'm not saying Charlie was right all the time. It's not what I'm saying at all. But you can hear Charlie speaking. You can hear him talk with conviction. You can hear him talk with sense, humility, empathy, and sympathy. You can hear it. Now you look at the demon that he started to pop. And I'm only one reason why I think that that those are hurt, that those are his children, because that's not something I think. He doesn't come across like a person that would fabricate stuff and lie about stuff. That's why he's the informant. That's why I believe those kids are his. Where they at today? No clue. Not a clue. Not one clue. But ain't no way she's gonna be in the Air Force board, run TPUSA, run this new bullshit. Let me show you the bullshit while we up here kicking it. Where we at? 1:30. All right, we got like 30 minutes, right? We could cook that up. This is the bullshit right here that this is the bullshit right here that Candace was referring to. Boom drop. Don't you hear my cry, oh jaw? Trying to do right, but it's still going on. Man, I forget how, hey. Man, I forget how, hey. Don't you hear my cry, oh jaw? Look at this shit right here. You gotta do something for something on the gang. On the gang. What if he didn't know? Bruh, then that would, what if he didn't know about the scheme? Then why, then where would the trigger, everything that he did in the end was anti what he positioned himself as. So when it came to the donor behavior, when it came to him trusting the money, how the money was being spent, that's why I think he saw something. And he started to figure it out. And to figure out, they say follow the money. And I think that's what he was trying to do first. Follow the money. That's what I was thinking. That's what I think. And I don't have, that's it. That's the only way it makes the most simplest sense. You dig it? Who that? Naturally Heard. Erika, somebody said thank you. Naturally Heard is saying thank you for the membership. Reaper is in the town square still. Naturally Heard, you are more than welcome to kick it for the night. We're just talking about Charlie, Kirk, and Erika and this madness. You heard? Welcome. This is the shit that she's talking about right here. Look at it.
We are here to welcome one of.
She do look like her daddy, boy. That's definitely a Huckabee.
Of the conservative movement's most talented, most
even her mouth, Jesus Christ,
outspoken and most faithful leaders, Erika Kirk, to our great state. We're so proud to have her, and we're so proud of the incredible work that she is doing to help encourage students across the country to engage and join Club America, which we're launching here in Arkansas, and we're just honored to have you.
Thank you. God bless you. We're so grateful, and thank you for honoring Charlie and his legacy and his mission to have a...
I don't care. I talked to Red about this shit the other night, and I think I talked to, it was Red and maybe it's another woman there. Maybe it was when me and Red and Melanin was talking. Was it me, Red? Whoever it was up there. this husband talk. I'm not. This shit sounds off to me. You are not a wife anymore. He's no longer your husband because he did not exist in this realm. I don't see it. Does not make fucking sense to me. I don't get it. I'm still. I didn't argue with Red and them. I just took their word for it because they're women. Because not only they're women, these women are older than me, right? So in the natural state of respect for them being women and understanding how women could possibly still speak and feel and express themselves in a certain way, I gave them the double respect of them being older and having more experience in this world than me. Didn't argue with them personally. Still not fucking jacking that shit. That shit don't sound right. Don't fucking sound right to me. I got Curtis, Tiffany handed up there. I can't deal with this motherfucker, boy. I can't deal with Reaper shit, boy.
Club America on every high school shop.
I heard what you. I saw what you wrote too, Libra. You damn freak.
Across the country. So God bless you guys and thank you.
To welcome one of the conservative movement's most talented, most outspoken, and most faithful leaders, Erika Kirk, to our great state.
Fuck is she a faithful leader doing? What is she leading? Oh my God, this the shit right here that they keep fucking talking about. What is she leading? What is she lead, bro? What did she fucking receive and earn to sanctify and staple? And you can't take this from her because you know what? She went out there and earned it. What? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What fucking faces? I told you I'm not trying to blow a fuse. I'm not trying to blow a fuse, dog. But sometimes I cannot help. I just buried people in my family last year, dog. Y'all know this shit, right? Because I had to bang the fuck out. I had more emotion than this motherfucker right here. I'm talking about I buried my great uncle. The one who taught me about birds. The one who showed me birds. I have a bird right now. What are we fucking talking about? What are we talking about? What emotion is this? Baltimore has stepped into the town square. OG General, 3-star, severe. What is going on?
We're so proud to have her, and we're so proud of the incredible work that she is doing to help encourage students across the country to engage and join Club America, which we're launching here in Arkansas, and we're just honored to have you.
Thank you. God bless you. We're so grateful, and thank you for honoring Charlie and his legacy and his mission to have a Club America on every high school.
To welcome one of the conservative movement's most talented, most outspoken, and most faithful leaders, Erika Kirk, to our great state.
You sad? Dog, there is not enough. Dog, this got to be that F, bro. We got to be the F straight from Juanito down south, bro. This is insanity shit we watching. We are watching insane shit. What are we watching? People sit here and jack this shit. I saw a post today. When I was at work, sliding through the timeline, right? And I think my algorithm is confused. My algorithm don't know what I'm into. I be watching Iran war shit. I be watching TPUSA shit, Erika Kirk shit, Project Constitution shit, Candace Barron, Trigger, all types of crazy shit. Then it'd be like 4 posts in a row, number of frame shaking, just big janks, just wiggling. I'd be like, this algorithm confused as fuck. I'd be serious, but then I'd be smiling. Don't the algorithm playing with my own emotion.
I need money.
My man up keeping that membership, dog. Fuck they talking about, G, because you're a real one out here in the streets, you heard? Y'all know who keeping it gangsta. Baltimore keeping it gangsta, up, holding that fucking shit. Big salute to you, my dog. You know it's a love thing, dog, from here to there. Bruh. This shit don't even... I thought they were my confusing ass fucking algo. This lady says, I stand with Erika Kirk. I was like, what the fuck happened now? So I clicked down, nothing happened. And it said, it was, I stand with Erika Kirk. Somebody said something slick like, sit your fucking ass down. She's like, make me. I'm like, oh, she getting spicy, right? The next post was something like, because the demon Candace Owens, the devil owned Candace Owens, rah, 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 Candace Owens, rah, 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 rah. That's why I stand with Erika. And the lady posted again, she posted under that post and said, exactly this right here, or some shit like that. I like, so you're not even pro Erika, you just anti-Candace. So you're not even a real fucking a homie. You don't have no stance on it. You just being anti-Candace. She's a fucking... I'll see you next Tuesday. She's a witch, dog. Who? Red. I think Red was the first one to say something like this ever that I've heard. I'm positive it was Red. I'm positive. Let me stop sharing this before some shit get crazy over here. Hold on, I'm scanning. I'm doing a quick scan. real quick. Oh, but we're taking a break, yo. Peace to the families of that shit that happened in Michigan today. I don't know if anybody, I haven't gotten an update yet. I know it was somebody in there with a strap, crashed into the temple, the synagogue, crashed into it, and some shots rang out after. Buddy is gone, deceased. That's all information I got. I don't know if anybody was hit, but if anybody was hit, yo, prayers up to you, comfort, right? That's tragic. Because if it's a school, then most likely it's kids in there, which I believe the news said that that temple itself, that synagogue itself, held a school inside of it. It's Michigan. So I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking. Y'all know how I get down over here. Regardless, I'm not going for that shit. Regardless. So, this is the other one right here I wanted to show y'all. Shout out to Project Constitution. Yo, Project Constitution be working like a dog, bro. Prayers to Old Dominion for sure. Prayers to everybody, bro. Prayers to people that essentially losing out. Innocent people, son. I don't like that innocent people getting knocked. I'm not a fan of that shit at all. I never will be. But we winding down. We got like 15 more minutes, dog. And then we pull it out. We just at this point we just That was yeah. Then you had Buddy. What was that this weekend that chucked the in New York that chucked the bombas in the street shit for protesters or some shit like that. So just people, be diligent, bro. Please be diligent. Be aware. Keep your head on a swivel, right? Always be safe, but maintain that level of danger with you, if you dig what I'm saying.
Charlie lived his life in a way where he was not afraid to speak. He chose to use his voice for something so powerful. And I want you guys to understand that every decision will make a mark on your soul. It will. So as a young man, know that one day you're going to be a father. Know that the way that you treat women, the way that you live your life every single day, it matters. Ladies, be ladies, be modest. Live your life in a way that's honoring. Honor your parents. Build something greater than just focusing on what's next in your life. Don't compromise your character. You guys might think it's great to go along with the crowd. You guys might think it's great to laugh at certain things that aren't funny. But just know that people are watching, and one day you might be in a position of leadership that people will look back on your life 12, 13, 15 years, and they'll say, wow, you made those choices, you made those decisions. Yeah, in those moments. But my aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper. Live your life in that way. Not because you're being constricted, not because you're afraid, but because you hold yourself to a higher standard. And I want to encourage you guys to do that. And I also want to encourage you guys, don't compromise your character. There's no reason to do that. You might think it's cool to insult people. You might think.
Why she look like she just got out of bed and had to run to the grocery store to get cereal? Because there was no cereal in the house. Do you see how she's gapped out and she's not. Don't worry, I'm the crazy person.
The man that took my husband's life, he made a choice over a course of time. He made the wrong decision consistently over his life. And so I want you guys to understand that even though your choice might be small, I don't care if it's deciding whether or not to put the grocery cart back in the stand or something as grand as finding a way to forgive someone who's deeply hurt you. Those choices leave a mark on your soul for eternity. People are watching. One day your kids will watch you. And so I again am so grateful to be here because this is where it all started for Charlie. And it was always so special for him because he understood that there's something so much greater when you sorry, it's just been really emotional these past few days. I apologize.
No, you look, they re-scrambled your fucking eggs. You motherfucker. Allegedly. What is going on here? What is going on here? H-E-R-E and H-A-I-R at the same time. What is going on here? Dog, it is what it is, dog. Those with eyes shall see. And those with ears shall hear. What is going on here?
Something that's so important when even with understanding with your character on the internet, it is so easy to hide behind a keyboard. It is so easy to press send after typing something out that you think will have no ramifications, but it does. There's someone on the other end of that computer, or the other end of the phone. And so as you go about your life and understanding that choices do mold you,
Stop.
Fine. I behave. I'll leave you alone. You love the horror stuff, you know. Libra. I cannot, bro. I cannot. That's how I feel every single time. Every time. Every single time without fail. I just want to request the asteroids, request a whole reset. Just what is this? What are we looking at here? But people think this is in the name of Charlie. People think all this shit is in the name of Charlie. Sit your motherfucking ass home with like what that fucking man told you to do when he was alive. Now that he dead, don't mean you run the street like you don't lost your motherfucking mind. During this process, you know what I realized, dog? Danny boy, what up, my G? Salute. You know what I realized during this whole process? That a lot of people not smart. That's what I realized. Well, pick it up. Don't leave it on the floor. Pick it up. I am. What are you just staring at it for? You know what I realized throughout this process, dog? And this is how I gauge things. Brand. Candace is a very clean-cut person. I've only heard her curse one time, and I couldn't help myself.
Fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
And now they're talking to Ben Shapiro. One time, ever. Well deserved, right? He over-earned that shit. And certain brands just can't align. I thought about it, but this process of us talking about the exact same topic constantly, I'm not the one to bring home to meet your mom. I'm not that person. I'm mannish as fuck. I do shit my way. I ain't that person you just bring to me. No, I'm not that person, though. I'm gonna say what I gotta say how I want to say, get it off how I need to get it off. Walking like I wear it, wear like I walk it, talking like however y'all want to say it these days. This thing is not on me. I don't put this thing on. This thing is inside of me. This is really a part of how this thing works, right? The internal mechanisms. This is how I really think about things. I'm giving you the authentic part of me and how I think about things, how I analyze things down. And Candace and me we can, but I would have to be a whole lot more not me. I'd have to talk to Candace like I'm in church. Because she's such a clean presentation, which is dope for her. If you look at AV, to just have a clean presentation, won't work. Look at Didi, clean presentation, won't work. That doesn't mean we're not enemies. It just means our styles, which styling is pretty much your branding. It's pretty much your branding. It's pretty much how you give it up. Is what make brands attach themselves to you. I would have to be sponsored by like Maggie, right? I have to be sponsored by what's the one, Hims, right? But you know who I do like? There's a company that makes some drawers. They call Bamboo Cool. That I like Bamboo Cool. They make some nice, comfortable underwear. I fucks with them. Casting spells. I'm jacking it. I'm jacking it, bro. But you look at the brand of TPUSA then to TPUSA now. Not the same brand. Not the same brand, not the same energy, not the same vibe, right? I should have saved it early on when I read into it. I don't think I did though, because I have I like a job. Like this is not my job. I don't just sit here and look at my fucked up algorithm, play games with my emotions all day. Some people do. Some people have the luxury, which is dope as shit. I just don't have that luxury. You feel me? I don't have a YouTube income that could sustain my everyday lifestyle for me and my child. I'm not at that point yet. You hear me? Speaking good things into the future. Oh, here we go. I did save it. Yeah, it would be something rough, dog, like Blue Chew. Yeah, it would be one of them rough shits. Hymns. It'd be if what was a famous magazine back in the day? Jet magazine. It'd be like Hustler Mag. Like those companies would be like, you know, good for me to brand with, which is fine. Cause I'd rather have the authentic me and give you that authentic part of me, the real brain, how my brain functions, how I think in my brain and how it filters through and it comes out of my mouth. Then have a version of me that I'm probably not comfortable with, and I'm trying to. Perfect example when me and Red was talking about the assault, the essays, right? Like I was choppy. I was choppy in a couple of those questions that we was going back and forth about, because it's such a touchy subject, and you have to be hyper aware of the words you're using, especially up here. Then you got to be hyper aware of sensitivity and how you frame those things. It's such a real sticky conversation. So I had to fight through that. When we made it through, which was dope, and she gave me the grace and the time to get through my statements and lay it flat on where I said on certain subjects and certain questions. So shout out to Red for that, as usual. Even when I go there by message, like sometimes I come in there with the fire flame, and sometimes I'm just, all right, cool. Most times it's fire flame. Most times it's a fire flame over there. Sometimes it's not. But our brands could mix. Like my brand could mix with Messi's brand. My brand could mix with Smoke and Talk brand. My brand could mix with Magneto in them. My brand could mix with Uncle Rick. Like we have our own styles, but we're not these clean, pristine, cookie cutter versions of YouTubers. Which some people are, and that's perfectly fine. And ain't no hate, ain't no love laws. I still salute all of them. I still fuck with all of them. But you just have to comprehend how brands are and how sometimes, you know what? I got the perfect example, but I don't want to use it. But I say this. We just watched two people that could have joined together that seemed to be on different ends of the spectrum. They could have joined together and bring two big groups of people that follow them and support them together. And that shit could have been a great binder. But it didn't happen because of ego shit and weird, lame shit, cowardly, and motherfucking corny shit, right? Egotistical bullshit got in the way. So we could see how branding sometimes doesn't work. And most times I believe that we are in the way of our own success, right? We are in the way of our own advancement and our way of our own upgrades. Not the same energy for sure. I was looking at Todd. Oh, for real? Hold on, you saying the Tartar? You talking about the people from Game of Thrones? Are you talking about? Are you talking about the land? Being real can be hard. I don't. Yeah, it's just. I'm kind of like just talking. So like, even if me, Dallas, Reaper, M Love, Messi, Red, Magneto, Baltimore, Severe, the Clan show up, Roddy. We just pull up to the to a venue to fuck it, get some damn fucking fried fish and chips and chicken wings, and this is who I am. Like this is this is just who I am. So it's not like you're gonna meet a tuxedo wearing. I'm not gonna like Farnsworth Bentley when I pull up. Most likely I'm wearing a hoodie, a bald cap, t-shirt under it, maybe some cargos, maybe some sweats with some Nikes, right? That's just who I am, though, and that's me being authentically real with you. I do know I need to clean up my language a little bit more, and I'll be trying, but it's hard. It's very hard for me to clean up my language. It is. I'll try to make a better effort for it. I know we had a thing over here. It was ice cubes, right? And it turned into fracking. We don't say F, we just say fracking. And it was ice cubes when I was like about to spaz out. I'm trying to pull back from that a little bit more. And maybe in doing that, pull back a little bit more, we get to grow the village, right? And if not, then the village stays the same size, bro. Or we gain people that's into the little bit more rougher style of creation content, the rougher style of commentary, etc., etc. Who knows? The Tartarian people, I guess, and the erasing of the group of people in the community. I'm trying to. Oh my god! I'm trying to think. You got me in a bad spot right now. I'll be chilling, G. Nah, I'll be chilling. I ain't going for that. Cause you said it. Now I'm saying no. I ain't going. But in reality, though, you know it's a love thing, right? I only talk about these things. It's out of love. Sometimes it don't sound like it. It might sound a little rough, but you can't deal, you just can't deal, right? And then that's a you thing. That ain't a me thing. At that point, it's just simply it's a you thing. You think I'm talking out of hate and all these other, then that's a you thing. You just need to learn how to listen, I guess. Learn how to not be so emo, right? I guess I've been doing it for a minute now, right? We've been back and forth. But I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the love. Appreciate y'all hitting the buttons for me, dog. Putting this in the algorithm, getting more views on it, right? Commenting during the show, after the show, dropping comments here and there. Replay gang pulling up. I appreciate all the love. The Shadow gang, y'all know it's a love thing too. Big salute to the legend that just slid into the town square, my man. Tomorrow I got 2 shows. Definitely talking about the war tomorrow, for sure talking about the war tomorrow. And then I'm popping in for Witching Hours by Red. If you don't follow Red, drop your shit if you in here. Let me go find it, because I don't think Red is in it. I think Red is elsewhere right now. Let me come on with the game. Thank you. I think so. Shit is going down in Iran. I don't know if y'all know. I don't know how much y'all care, but I care, because I do contracts. That's what I do for a living. My dog called me yesterday morning when I was on my way to work. He's over there and he put me onto some information. It's rough. You heard me? It's rough. It's not sweet. I can't tell you what he told me. Obviously, and y'all know why I can't tell you. The thing is, he told me, not that he couldn't tell me, but he didn't tell me. He didn't use words, but I know what he's talking about, because we work together already. So we know exactly what we're talking about. So between us, if anybody else listening, they wouldn't really get what we're talking about. But I know what he's saying. He knows what I'm saying. It's back and forth. It's not smooth over that joint. Then I can't even tell you the cool part of the damn story, because that'll implicate too much shit. But it's going down over there. You hear me? There we go. Let me get Red channel so we could drop it, because I'm going to be there tomorrow night for the Witching Hour. That shit is fire as usual. I have a fucking blast over there all the time. She invite me over there and we have a blast when we talk hella shit. We kick hella funk. Boom, here it go. Boom, that's Red channel right there. So y'all go ahead, look for the show tomorrow night. I shot with her last night, so that'll be Tree show this week. I'm over there by Red. So shout out to Red for inviting me over there and letting me talk and chop it up. We do our thing. We do our thing right there. I was there last night. That's why I didn't shoot on my channel, and I'll be on my channel and by Red tomorrow. And what day did I skip? Did I skip Monday? I think I skipped Monday. And I went Monday by her, Tuesday by her, and then we went Friday we go by her. Shout out to Red. Normally I probably pull up on Messi for Sunday morning shows. So I'm still good locked in on that. You know, Messi, my motherfucking dog. Witching out, yeah, dog. You already know how Witching Hours go. M Love be over there kicking it. Yeah. That should be tough. It's a good time over there for Witching Hours. That's the plan. That's the scheme for tomorrow. Hope everybody has a peaceful. Because tomorrow is gonna be Friday, so I think I might have to move my fuck that week to Saturday, which will be almost perfect, because then the Friday's fully done with, so we can shoot fuck that week Saturday, and that'd be perfect. And then Sunday we could do whatever we want. I've been on this internet, I think every day this week, somewhere in somebody's house. Yeah, just sub. Hell yeah. Shout out to you, subbing to Red. Now turn on the notifications so you get the notifications when we start firing up. You gotta turn them on all, not customize or not none of them options. Turn the notifications on all, so whenever they hit, be right there. Tell them rally. That's it though. That's it. I'm at 2 hours 10 minutes. that's it. I'll be here with Red, with Messi, for the most likely for the rest of the week. And definitely tomorrow's Iran war. Definitely talking about the war, epic fury, Iran's responses. I don't think we talked about that financial cost yet. I know we talked about the Horn of Hormuz closing, and we briefly talked about the mines. Well, I want to go back into that. And I want to go back into the drone tech. I want to go back into the TAD systems. I want to go back into the radar systems. Hell yeah, Libra, gang shit. I want to go back into these systems, and we talk about these things, and we try to formulate. We'll talk about it enough that we'll formulate. M-Love, you already know. If you're free, you know you my motherfucking global, my geo expert. You hear me? But y'all know it's a love thing from FDA and HT, pound for pound. From the crown to the ground. Right? Love yourself so you can love the people that surround you. Take care of yourself so you can take care of the people that surround you. These things are not about being scared. It's about being prepared. And when you're ready, you will not have to get ready. You dig it? From here to there, where all is clean and all is fair. Soon and very soon, I see you back in the town square. I am your humble host. I'm Granny's first, Granny's numero uno. He said, until next time, my G. Salute.